Hello and happy holidays, Star Wars and unboxing fans. Welcome to another interesting episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show. There really won't be any unboxings in this episode. Instead, we are doing our annual gingerbread house, vehicle, gingerbread design, gingerbread concept, who knows, whatever you want to call it. Each year I like to dabble in the idea of a Star Wars themed gingerbread house. And there are some specific things that caveats, and that is that for one thing, I am not in any way a very talented gingerbread designer. Okay, you can go on the internet and find people that have done amazing things with, like life-size almost Millennium Falcons and Star Destroyers that are just absolutely epic, or full-rounded Death Stars. I don't do anything like that. I want instead to see what kind of simple ideas I can do that are not so much vertical, because I'm vertically challenged when it comes to trying to put walls up that inevitably will fall down. All right, I'm just not that good with it. So I try to come up with different ideas that are still really cool, really different, and that involve doing a bunch of things. So let's give this a shot for this year. Okay, so what I kind of do when I want to first sketch out an idea is I just kind of first sketch out my little board here, okay? Because I usually just use a cutting board as the base, right? And then I kind of come up with what I want to do. So, and as I said, I like it to be something flat. So basically what I thought of this time is to basically come up with the image. Let's see if, and again, my artistic skills, I do not, my daughter, who is the artist in the family, is far better at this than I am. Okay, but I think you might get the idea here. Seeing that we're at the 40th anniversary of the Empire Strikes Back, I thought that maybe what I would do, very basic, very simple, okay, is the X-Wing fighter in the Dagobah swamp, and then use some things for different ideas for trees here, okay, and a couple of other ideas that I've found for boulders and rocks and things, okay, and then I can grab some figures and put them up on here. And the idea I was going to do was basically utilize the base area would basically be Rice Krispie treats, but chocolate Rice Krispie treats, so that it can have that dirt feel. Then a little bit of fondant here to represent the green, murky green water. And then parts of the gingerbread itself would be basically here. Okay, I'm gonna get my little thing here for R2. And I generally just use flat pieces, and I kind of stack them on each other to give them a little bit more 3-dimension. All right, and of course we have our engines here. So that is the idea, I think, and that's where... our final product. Okay, as you can see, I have the X-Wing crash landing in Dagobah Swamp. And then here I have the Yoda Luke, Dagobah Luke, and a dirtied up R2. And I decided to have a little fun with this devil dog and made him, because he sort of reminded me of the creature that tries to eat Yoda tries to eat R2. So maybe I can put R2 kind of in the water. And, you know, as you can see, it's kind of a hodgepodge or a mess here. But, I don't know, I just kind of gave a little greenery draped with cookie icing on the cones there. And a little bit on the candy canes. And I did put this little rubber band around it temporarily just because they kept tipping over. I have to wait for both the royal icing and the Rice Krispie treats to solidify. But once they solidify, those three should stand on their own. I took some chocolate licorice, like some Twizzlers that were chocolate Twizzlers, and I just kind of draped them like vines, kind of off the bottom. Used some hazelnut, Rocher kind of candies just for boulders, and then these little chocolate covered pretzel stars and bells, really just to kind of add a little bit of ambiance. And as you can see on here, as I told you, I'm vertically challenged, hence couldn't even get the things to stay up, so I had to resort to a rubber band. But as far as these guys are concerned, I thought it did, for very little experience, I thought it was good. I draped the cookie icing on the stuff. Right. And the fondant came out great. I just put a little bit of green and a little bit of black food coloring in it, rolled it up to give it that little grayish greenish kind of look, and then I saved a little bit to drape over, and then just used the royal icing to just kind of trace it out. I think overall it came out really nice, and I'm happy with it. And it didn't take maybe about 3 hours of work, so not too bad from start to finish. So that'll do it for this week's episode of the non-unboxing episode of Star Wars Unboxing Show. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Check me out on Instagram and Twitter. Darth Tuba's unboxing page on Facebook. If you want to support the channel, check out my TeePublic store for all sorts of cool Star Wars related and Darth Tuba related merch. And until next time, happy holidays, and may the Force and the toys be with you.